Hi, Shivaan. How are you?
Hey, I'm good in yourself.
I'm great, man. Okay, my opening question to you is, can you tell me about your journey to becoming a DJ? Like, how did it all start?
Okay, started when I was in primary school actually. My
Wow.
brother used to in primary school, so my brother started DJing, and basically, you know how the younger brother is when the older brother does something, we want to do it as well because it's cool.
Hmm.
So I said, you know what, let me give it a try as well, and I started learning from him. And when I got the basics down on a laptop, nice because I was creating my own mashups and stuff. So then I said, okay. And then I just continued with it up until high school. And well, of course, high school had its studies and everything. So I'd cut down on DJing. And of course, I was in high school, so I couldn't actually go out and play. But yeah, so it started from WhatsApp statuses to just making videos, messing around, throwing it up on Instagram. And then from there onwards, when I went into college, I started actually DJing in venues because I was old enough. So once I hit 19, I started playing, and that was my first gig. And then ever since then, I just started. I just kept on DJing from there in different venues, exploring and all of that.
Who was
So yeah, it
the
started.
D? Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I actually interrupted you. Please continue.
No, no, I was just saying it started from primary school, from back then.
Oh, okay, okay. I was just gonna ask you now. Who are the DJs that you look up to?
Of course, the first one has to be my brother because he got me into it. But actually, I would say it's Ryan the DJ. I'm not sure if you've heard of him. Ryan the DJ is number one, and also Amit
Okay.
Shah is a very close second. Those two actually started it for me because my brother and I we used to listen to them on 5FM. So when we heard their alter mixes and the way they play, how the way they mix music, their creativity and their style, we said, you know what, we have to do something like this. So ever since then, I started learning their style, and they still continue to influence me today as well. Um, of course, when I got into the industry, there's other DJs that also started influencing me, and I got to know them. I picked up on their styles, and yeah, I just took a page from everybody's book. And nowadays, I would say the likes of Cassie, Liam G, Warren G, a lot of those guys, they all like role models when it comes to DJing because they're just phenomenal DJs.
All right. I have a question for you in the comments here. This is from Jitin Rishika. Hi, thank you for entertaining us. Which is your favorite genre of music?
I would say it's hip hop and R&B because house, piano, they're all nice. I'm a piano, that is. They're all nice. They're very fun to play, but I feel like with hip hop and R&B, you can do the most. Um, there's so much of variation when it comes to hip hop and R&B. You can send a much better message with R&B as well. You can create your own style. You can tell your own story. There's just so much of variation that you can do. You can get so creative with hip hop and R&B. So that there for me is like it's one of the most entertaining genres to mix.
Okay. What's been your highlights thus far? I mean, what have been your highlights
Um,
thus far? Yeah.
I would say featuring on East Coast Radio. Um, that there was a good highlight for me. I really enjoyed that. And for me, I even take like playing certain events as a highlight for me because playing main stages, being headliners of the nights, even if it's normal venues that you all know, like Tiger's Milk, La Parada, even at one point Cuba when it was still open. So those were all like highlights when I used to actually have my own headlining events over there. And I would say this year it was Gas Motor Show as well when I had the opportunity to play for the cyclists and for all of the stunts that was being going on.
Uh, any lowlights, if any?
Uh, honestly, it's just been consistent from like a few years. It was just it never ever like died down that much. Maybe recently when a close family member passed away, so then I just didn't take gigs for like a month. That was a dry period where I just had no gigs. I didn't want to go out. I just stayed at home. And I would say that there is should be the lowest low that I've had, where I just didn't take any gigs, for that month.
Okay. What are your plans for the rest of this year and beyond?
So
Oh,
you're breaking up.
so sorry. I was asking, what are your plans for the rest of this year and beyond?
Plans for the rest of this year. I'm actually going into event planning and coordinating myself. So I want to start throwing events, mostly R&B events and hip hop events. I'll be hosting at different venues around Durban and also Mshlanga. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to throwing my own events, curating my sound. Also, I'm planning to tour Joburg at the end of November or beginning December. So I want to also do a Joburg tour and play in all of those clubs. I have multiple events that are lined up there for me as well. So end of November, Joburg.
Wow. All right. My final question to you, unless a surprise comment comes in again, is like, what are your words of inspiration for upcoming DJs?
Okay, so up and coming DJs, I would tell them that from the start they should know their worth, because
Mhm.
I know a lot of DJs when they're up and coming, they just want to play music for the sake of playing music. Did I cut off?
Yeah, I couldn't hear you there. Do you
Hello.
mind saying your answer again for me, please?
Okay, so as my advice to newer DJs that are just up and coming is that
Hmm.
you should know your worth from the start, because a lot of DJs, they would want to play for free, they would want to play for exposure, they would want to just lower their worth because they are new into the game. I would say practice your craft, perfect it at home, and
Hmm.
then when you come out, set your price from the start. Don't do this whole thing about playing for free and playing for very low rates, because once you start there, you most likely you will stay there, because it's very hard to range up from your starting rate. So I would my advice to DJs is know your worth from the start. Perfect it, know your worth.
All right. There is another question here for you. Do you feel the market is saturated and there is a lot of competition?
Sorry, you are breaking up.
I know I was saying there's another question for you here in the comments. Do you
Hello?
feel the market is saturated? I was asking you, do you feel the market is saturated as there is a lot of competition?
Yeah, it's oversaturated actually. You have to stand out some way, you have to do something. That's why I said perfect your craft, because when you perfect your craft, you're gonna separate yourself from the rest of the DJs that are just playing music. You know, be a DJ where people recognize you. Where people know your sound. So that's why I would say it is saturated, especially Durban. Durban has way too many good hip hop and R&B DJs. Actually, Durban has way too many open format DJs. That means they can play everything. So it is very hard to make your name in Durban. Trust me, I'm still making a name, but yeah, it's very saturated. Of course, there are some cities where you can grow your name much easier, but we can't really, complain about it. We can't fight about it. Wherever you are, you have to make the best of it. So yeah, I would say just uh, just separate yourself, create your own style.
When you mentioned other cities, do you say it'll probably be easier for you to be in Joburg or Cape Town?
Okay, so I can't say that it's much easier to grow a name there, but I would say that in Durban, the type of DJs that
Huh?
we have, even when you start up, it's the bar is high in Durban. The level is very high, because there are a lot of DJs that are really good here. All of the DJs want to be like each other, or they have a certain level that they want to reach. So unfortunately, that's just how it is. Durban is very saturated with good DJs. I would say Joburg, they'll give you more chance because there are more venues as well. there's more
Okay.
opportunities there as well. Yeah, definitely.
All right. Have you ever played in other clubs in different cities?
Um, Joburg, I have not. I'm doing my first tour end of November. I have
Okay.
played in PMB though. Yeah, I've played in
Okay.
a
Nice.
few clubs in PMB. Yeah.
All right. All I gotta say, the thanks so much for your time, and I hope to catch up with you once again in the future.
Okay, sorry, you were breaking up.
I know.
What did you
I know.
say?
Basically, I was saying thanks. No, I was saying thanks so much for your time, and I hope to catch up with you once again in the future. Oh, Siobhan, are you back? I think you just froze there. I was just saying thanks so much for your time.
Hello.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
it was good
No, I
to
was just saying
it was
thanks.
good to be.
No, 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 it's okay. I was just saying thanks so much for your time.